Now imagine the combat flow of Kingdom Hearts, both the art style of the world's ends with you, but with a side of Devil May Cry on the side, and you end up with a game sort of like this. This, my friends, is called Genokids, a hack and slash action game created by a two-man studio from Spain. Yep, and that's not cap either. From programming to visuals to gameplay, they did it all. And if you know anything about game design, the shit is not easy. And yet, despite this game being developed by only 2 people with such a small team, they put a lot of love to it. And since I was given the demo by the dev team, I simply like to express my thoughts in the most sweet and simple way possible. TLDR, this game is fun as Now, the art style, the music choice, and the themes of the game, or motivation, all that jazz, it's cool. Don't get me wrong, I think it expresses the game a lot. But I feel like the game really kicks it up a notch when it really comes to the combat and really the gameplay. Because I'm gonna keep it real, the combat system feels amazing. It is flashy, it is fluid, and I feel like there's a lot of room to experiment with it. Of course, you have your basic attacks, your launches, your air combos, your dodge rolls, and of course the oh so great block button. And you see all these options build flow, which is pretty much like your meter system in this game. And once you have enough flow, you can execute a lot of these flashy ass special attacks. And this can range from launchers, combo extensions, or even projectiles in some cases, just depending on the character that you play with. Oh, and let's just say you fight an opponent that's a little bit further than you. You can simply tell them, hey man, come here. All my fights are personal and up close. And use that chase mechanic that allows you to get close to your opponent and start beating their ass. Oh yeah, there's also parkour as well. All these options that you can do towards the opponent builds up your grade level. Similar to how it is in Devil May Cry, the higher your grade level is, the more flow you'll gain during combat. Now all these options that I mentioned is in every typical action game. But the thing that makes this game stand out is the tag system, the tag mechanic, really. And it's seamless, it's active, you can switch it to the D-pad, and it adds a lot of extra flair and more depth to the game, in my personal opinion. Not only from an offensive standpoint, but from a defensive standpoint as well. From offense, let's say you want to, there are some specials in this game that have a little bit of startup to them. Well, say if they do have startup, you can switch it to another character, you can perform that flow special, switch out to another character, and pretty much move to another target at any time. Yes, I kid you not, that is the most wild thing, and it reminds me of a certain game that we're not going to talk about, but it's cool. It's cool. Even in defensive situations, say that you were blocking an attack from an opponent, you can actively switch to another character once you block that said attack and do a counter to him. It's pretty sick. Hell, let's say you was taking damage and you was getting, beat the f up. You can switch to a different character anytime to reduce the recovery animations for it. And then there is the hype mode, which is pretty much like your overdrive or your install, and you become a legitimate broken ass monster. I'm talking about you have regenerated health. You have increased damage to both your basic attacks and your special attacks. Hell, some of the properties even change depending on which special you do. They have a lot of stun time and they have a lot of damage. In other words, the world is yours. The combat overall just feels great to mess around with, and I feel like there's a lot of options to explore the more you dive deep into this game. Now, there is a bit of platforming in this game, and there is some goons of different varieties that you can fight against, and there's even a boss fight that you have to fight during the end of the demo. And there's even a score that you can receive by the end of the game, which gives a lot of incentive to replay levels and try to get that high score. And I'm happy about it because I have never got that feeling in a demo before, and it's such a long time, even with AAA titles. So they're doing a very great thing right now. Now, I'll say it like this. I'm very satisfied with this demo, and I'm looking forward to the future of Genokids and what this game has in store for us. I feel like this game is going to really blow up in the indie scene, and I feel like if you are a fan of Kingdom Hearts, Square Enix games, action-based games, or games like Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, just the whole wazoo in general, you're going to love this game. You're going to enjoy it, and I highly recommend you guys really checking their Kickstarter and backing them up if you do want to support the game and feel that, hey man, this looks like it's going to be something. And also, this beta will be public Monday. as recording this video, if I put this video out on time. But yeah, I recommend you guys check it out. The Kickstarter link will be in the description below. Please support this game. I had a fun time with it. Hopefully you will. And with that said, my name is Zeno, so I hope you guys take it easy, stay safe, remember to be great.
Don't you want a rematch?